like such a fool? My whole life, I
James Harrell is used to
successful
his
people. Never trusted anyone. I've doubted and loathed and acted like a creep. And the one time I decide to be nice to someone, it turns out he wants to destroy humanity!
This is all your fault. My career is in ruins. Ruins!
Our planet will be in ruins, you fool, if we don't do something.
He has control of all your systems.
We can't even call out for help.
Then you can do exactly what you have to. You have my authority.
And you get paid?
Paid?
Yeah, call it a pension contribution.
Of course, significant ones.
All right, then get this clown out of here. For all I know, you're bugged all to high hell and you don't even know the bugs exist.
Good luck.
We don't need luck. I always wanted to say that between us, we are completely...
Can't we just focus on half of the country?
Meet me back at the facility. I'll be in contact when I have a plan.
Will Jesse Waters, who's hosting the show, primetime slot on one of the highest rated networks on TV, I think you have a voice on TV.
Yes.
Whereas women are the ones winning the election. If we turn out our voters, James Harden knows that the focus on the voters that turn out, not the ones that you're not going to get. Unfortunately, there are going to be some voters who are going to vote for the Republicans.
Welcome to American Freight.
Hi. Do you guys have any sleeper sectionals for people who host their lovely in-laws during the holidays?
Sure.
Oh, and birthdays. And Memorial Day.
Of course.
And Labor Day.
Right, that's right.
And Tuesday.
At American Freight, you get great value and low prices. You get the furniture you want, and you get to take it home today.
Wednesday, Tuesday, all day. It's like President's Day.
President's Day. Visit AmericanFreight.com to find a store near you on any day.
Hey, partner. Yeah, player. We'll get it to you.
All day long. But there are also women across the country who are centrists, progressives, in the rural communities, in suburbs.
He's saying you're preaching.
I'm talking. So, unfortunately, some people who are used to being privileged do not like to hear reality. They think that's real.
But it's not preachy, it's naggy. He's saying all you guys do is tell everybody what to drive, what not to eat, what not to do, and then people get annoyed by that, and he thinks it's driving men out of your party, and I think he's right. But I would never do it. I've never talked to a woman like that because I have no manners.
See, it's the economy, stupid, and women drive the economy. And James Harden knows that. He just feels left out right now.
You're driving it into a ditch because inflation is killing everybody.
2024, women got us 2020, we're going to get us 2024. That's how it is.
All right. As long as we can get together, that's all I care about. Thank you, Mickey.
Thanks, Kathy.
The JFK series begins tonight. Hunter Biden's sugar brother Kevin Morris has been bailing out Hunter and the Biden campaign for years. But this is it. All of a sudden, a rich Democrat donor comes along and pays the family's back taxes, alimony, child support, private airfare, legal bills, living expenses, rent, even buys Hunter Biden's stupid paintings for $500,000. Naturally, prosecutors wanted to interview the sugar brother since he's been the puppet master of the Biden family finances, but they never got a chance. A whistleblower says the CIA stopped prosecutors from talking to Biden donor Kevin Morris. The whistleblower says 2 lawyers from Biden's Justice Department were summoned to CIA headquarters and told Hunter's sugar brother was off limits. Langley said Morris could not be a witness in their tax investigation into Hunter. Now, this whistleblower report stacks up the CIA's witness tampering to help President Biden win re-election. The CIA is interfering in another election. This time they're interfering in an active federal investigation into the first family. And they have a long history of protecting the Bidens and injuring Trump. The agency started the Russia hoax, buried the laptop with the letter, and covered up the lab leak. Remember, the CIA even triggered the Trump impeachment. An agent was on that perfect phone call and went straight to Adam Schiff. And now the CIA's witness tampering in a Hunter Biden investigation. Is Kevin Morris an asset? Or is this just another example of Langley protecting Joe? The deep state has a dirty history reaching back decades. And I've been reading some books about JFK. And we'll be starting a new series on Primetime documenting the Kennedy presidency. JFK was on a collision course with the military-industrial complex, which his predecessor, Eisenhower, warned us about. Truman dropped the atomic bomb on Japan. He was infatuated with nuclear supremacy.
Hello.
Truman was downright giddy with the power he possessed. And as JFK assumed office, he too recognized the power, but also the unspeakable terror of Cold War nuclear brinkmanship. As Kennedy sat across from Khrushchev in Vienna at the beginning of his presidency in '61,
Hello there.
he handed the Soviet leader a gift, a model of the USS Constitution. And Kennedy noted that just a few cannon blasts would then kill a few people. But in '61, with both countries aiming their entire nuclear arsenals at each other, 70 million people would die just in the opening exchange. He looked across the table, and Khrushchev gave him a blank stare as if to say, "So what?" Kennedy was shocked, but continued to seek peace. In his inaugural address, he aimed for an off-ramp from the Cold War. Finally, to those nations who would make themselves our adversaries, we urge but a request that both sides begin anew the quest for peace. We include the description, unleashed by science, engulf all
Meteorologist, flawless, free substitute. Your way. Something that's turning.
Fiction writers in the early '60s were writing about possible military coups in America, to which JFK remarked, "I know a couple of generals who might push their foot." I'm going to be continuing to read some of these books about JFK, and we'll keep you updated every night. Former CIA officer and whistleblower John Kirikat joins us. John, now we have the CIA actively witness tampering in the Hunter Biden investigation. What does that tell you?
How crazy is this? I thought about this all weekend, Jesse, and I'm just not able to come up with any legitimate reason why the CIA would tamper in this case, tamper in this investigation, other than Mr. Morris as the source. As you said in the intro, the CIA wants Joe Biden to be reelected.
Do you believe that they like Joe Biden because he's just the establishment guy, he does what the Pentagon wants, and he always has? I mean, he always has.
Yeah, the CIA loves it when either presidents don't make waves, that they are establishment presidents, or if there's an inexperienced president, they sometimes can get their hooks in early. Barack Obama, for example, had no real experience in intelligence or foreign affairs, and so the day after the election in 2008, he began getting a daily CIA briefing, and they hooked him. You know, once they shut our border report, this classified above top secret, and they say, "Mr. President, we want to tell you about the cool things that we're doing around the world." They've got their hooks in you, and then you work for them.
But Trump was inexperienced as well, Barack Obama was. But he wasn't able to be controlled. He kind of sniffed out some of the ruses they were playing with him, and they've done nothing since then to try to destroy him.
What happens when there's a president that makes you control? I think that we're doing some parallels with even with the presidency of John Kennedy.
Kennedy was actually going around the military officials, speaking directly with Khrushchev. They had private letters exchanged as he wanted peace. And, you know, we're going to continue to cover that because that is just one of those things that really breaks your heart. John Decker. Thanks, Robert. In the media and March Madness. There's an old sports adage that defense wins championships, and sometimes the best defense is a good offense. And LSU head women's basketball coach Kim Mulkey went on offense in a big way during the press conference over the weekend. Before she got into breaking down the X's and O's, she called out the Washington Post for working on what she thinks is the hit song. She's giving a masterclass on how to deal with bad faith journalists.
That's funny.
Threatening to sue the Washington Post after she found out the reporter was just trying to dig up dirt on her from former players and disgruntled coaches. The donors who give a medical, to a one-sided, embellished version of things are trying to tell the truth. They're trying to sell newspapers and feed the click machine. This is exactly why people don't trust journalists and the media anymore. It's these kinds of sleazy tactics and hatchet jobs that people are just tired of. I'm fed up. And I'm not going to let the Washington Post issue first. And the whole team of young women have. She's talking about this reporter, Ken Babb, who's got 34 minutes. She said he reached out to the university with more than a dozen questions on Tuesday, saying his deadline was Thursday, right before tip-off. Wilkie said the timeline was ridiculous and impossible to meet, and guess what? As of showtime, the story hasn't been printed. Seems like their defense is working. Fox News contributor Joe Concha joins me now. This is how they roll, Joe. Ken Barb have been working on this story for 2 years, Jesse. And suddenly it has a 2-day deadline to get a dozen questions answered before the first game of the tournament. Precisely. Kid Lucky is one of the best coaches in the country right now. Like all sports. 4 national championships, defending national champions. For one of the last year, she won the 22nd player. 2 years ago, she's been coaching for a couple of record than most of the staff of Jeff Rose. Sure, right? I mean, it's incredible. So why is she being targeted? Well, because she's a conservative, for starters, and she actually had the audacity to accept an invitation from President Trump in 2019 and back backlash that you can't go to the night your team and celebrate a national championship. But also, in terms of protocol, when she's something for a Final Four, after your proposal, they shouldn't do any testing before the Final Four, because if you treat your whole life and work so hard to get there, that it just comes back positive for a 20-year-old girl, it's not going to matter anyway, because I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be okay. Now, this would probably be an piece because this reporter, for whatever reason, the Washington Post has a big interest in LSU athletics. Did a story on Brian Kelly in 2022, who was Daki's LSU's football coach, and shamed him for making the money that he does as an SEC football coach because Baton Rouge is a sport town. So the Washington Post reporters hate LSU, and that makes us like LSU even more. Maybe. Get here outside. No, I don't have time. Oh, you sure? I love you, but no more stats. Oh, all right, it's fault. It's got 10 seconds. So now you wasted it. Oh, damn it. Are you sure? Well, now you, not tease it. God damn it. Don't be lousy times. The Washington Post has never endorsed a Republican presidential candidate, but it's listed that means they endorsed Carter twice, Mondale, who won one state, Gore, Kerry, Biden. Good track record. 10 seconds, just under the wire. Yeah, keep her in mind.
Aldi freshness is as real as it gets. It's not a gimmick. There's nothing hiding up our sleeves. Only incredibly fresh meat and seafood. It's not a trick. It's a guarantee. It's an Aldi thing.
Quest, I welcome Director Shalonda Young, Director of Office Management and Budget. Ms. Young, thank you for being here. I've enjoyed working with you. You are one of the most likable people on Capitol Hill and in my experience in politics, and kudos to you. So as I've said before, I like you a lot. I don't like the president's budget, and I'm going to outline that with respect.